and stars. The sun, moon, and stars. Shiva, please join me welcoming Shiva.
Can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So a beautiful young lady walks into an astrologer's tent. The astrologer holds her hands, asks her name, closes his eyes, starts making sounds like hmm. After some chanting, the magic begins. The astrologer reveals so many things about that young lady, where she was born, where she lives. She has a beautiful dog named Cassie, and her friend's name is Beth. That she has a yellow house and a black BMW. And the most amazing part, he reveals to her that her bank has exactly 7,632 euros. While the lady is sitting there astonished with all the details, he makes a sign, and the wall behind the astrologer opens up to reveal four computer hackers who have just hacked into her entire history and were able to reveal all of those secrets. This, my friends, is a reality TV ad in Europe highlighting the importance of internet security. But at the same time, it makes us question astrology. Maybe it's a gimmick. Astrology is a belief that the sun, the moon, and the stars influence our lives. But a renowned mathematician, David Hilbert, once said, if you put together all the smartest people in one room, they can all agree about one thing, that astrology is stupid. While David Hilbert and many others make us question astrology, let me share my personal story. Okay. So 25 years ago, I believed that astrology is all mumbo jumbo, hocus pocus. And my friend, very close friend, Ganesh, also believed the same thing. So we were in that together. But one summer, he goes on a vacation, comes back, and he's a changed person. He tells me how his parents took him to an astrologer, and the astrologer was able to tell them so clearly about their past, the present, and the future with so much accuracy that now he started believing in astrology. All I could see was shake my head and think, oh, we lost him. After a year, my mother dragged me to a temple in Tamil Nadu, which was famous for astrology. I did not believe in any of that, but I joined anyway. When we reached the temple and sat with the astrologer, my mother takes out a small piece of paper and gives it to the astrologer. That piece of paper had a handprint of my father. He takes the paper, he goes away, and then he comes back. He brings back centuries old palm leaves that he starts reading. That is when I was sitting in my corner, shaking my head, waiting for my mother to be brainwashed. But one by one, he tells details that were amazing. He tells about how my father has two daughters and one son, the son being me. He tells about what profession my father was in. He tells so many other details about the past and present, which was surprisingly accurate. And he also shared some details about the future as well. So while I was sitting there, first shaking my head, now I'm shaking my head in complete disbelief. All this with a handprint. So imagine this is 1995. So there was no internet, there was no computer hackers, there was no social media where you could get all of this information. So for me, it was amazing. And that's when I started believing in astrology. You see, the same scientists who say astrology is stupid have the audacity to tell us about Big Bang theory, where all the sun, the moon, the stars, and the entire universe came into existence from something as small as a drop. So we are all connected. Everything is connected. The same scientists who say astrology is stupid also talk about quantum entanglement. It's where two particles separated by the distance of the solar system or maybe on the opposite ends of the universe can communicate instantly because they are entangled. So it is not hard to think that astrology makes sense too. But there's a problem with astrology. You see, our life revolves around setting hopes and dreams and working hard towards them. We have to work hard to mold our future and build our future as well. So, but if you believe in astrology, you also have to believe that life is already predetermined. The sun, the moon, and the stars have already decided everything that has happened and that will happen, right? So what is the use of our goals and dreams? That's why I don't go to an astrologer, because I have another belief as far as astrology is concerned. And that is that life should be a mystery and an adventure. Just like a suspenseful novel that interests you as you turn each and every page to reveal a mystery, that is how I want my life to be. I work hard and I hope and wish that as I turn the pages of the book of my life, it is going to reveal more and more happy, joyful moments in the upcoming chapters, all under the influence of the sun, the moon, and the stars. Toastmaster?
Thank you, Shiva, for a wonderful